Boogeyman band coming round the bend. Is Boogeyman band? Is Boogeyman band?
Greetings, fellow Fright Fiends, and thanks so much for dropping by the Horror Zone. I hope everyone's doing well. Today's video is going to be the long overdue review of John Carpenter's Starman. Of course, this movie was sent to me by my friend Pedro Rivera, who runs not only an Instagram page, but also a YouTube channel called La Crypta Video Club. Pedro's an awesome guy. And in one video that I had done, I mentioned that I had never seen this film, and he was kind enough to send me this copy of it. So sitting down to watch this for the first time, I didn't know what to expect. I'm a big fan of John Carpenter's. I love films of his, like, of course, Halloween, The Thing, The Fog, Prince of Darkness, Big Trouble in Little China. I mean, can't say enough great things about all of those films. Christine is another great film of his that I'm a huge fan of. But this was one that I had never really been interested in the past because it was more sci-fi than horror, and I've never really been a big science fiction fan. There are certain ones that I do enjoy, most of the ones that have horror elements like Aliens or Predator, Event Horizon, things like that. But sitting down to watch this, I was really curious about what to expect. And I'm really excited to talk about what I thought of this film. When his spacecraft is shut down over Wisconsin, Starman arrives at the remote cabin of Jenny Hayden, a young widow still grieving over the death of her husband, Scott. It is during this encounter that Starman takes on the form of Jenny's late husband. He then forces her to drive him to Arizona to meet up with his mothership. If he does not arrive there within 3 days' time, he will be left behind and will perish on this planet. With the government in hot pursuit intent on capturing the alien by any means necessary, dead or alive, Jenny and Starman end up bonding on the road, which offers healing for Jenny as she truly begins to connect with Starman, and it also allows Starman the opportunity to understand what love truly is. Cast, you have Jeff Bridges as Starman, Karen Allen as Jenny Hayden, Charles Martin Smith as Mark Sherman, and Richard Jekyll as George Fox. The movie was written by Bruce A. Evans, Reynold Gideon, and Dean Reicher, who went uncredited. The movie, of course, was directed by John Carpenter. Little trivia on the film. Ted White, who is a well-known stunt performer, actually is in the film. Of course, Ted White is really well-known amongst genre fans as Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter. Jeff Bridges studied ornithology and the behavior of birds to prepare for the role. Bridges used the sudden, jerky head movements amongst other nuances and mannerisms of birds for the Starman character. The reasoning for this was Bridges figured that the alien would not have human characteristics, and being encased in a human body would act with prominent animal instincts. This is the only John Carpenter film to have an Academy Award nomination, that being Jeff Bridges for Best Actor. And John Carpenter was extremely enthusiastic about the opportunity to show America as its most beautiful, its beauty and the beauty and potential of its people throughout the film. Just to start off saying, I really enjoyed this film. I didn't know what to expect going into it because, like I said, I was going into it cold. I had never seen anything about it outside of, like, you know, maybe advertisements for it on cable television, but never had watched the film. And just right off the bat, I want to say what a very sweet film it is. It's a very heartfelt film, and it has amazing chemistry between its two leads, that being Karen Allen and Jeff Bridges. I also just love that it was a very different style of film for John Carpenter. Growing up, John Carpenter to me was always someone that I looked at as a horror film director, and this really showed a different side to him. And I really liked the way that this film was shot. It was very personable. I love the road trip angle about how both characters, the Starman character and the Jenny character, discovering different things. Starman is discovering humanity, whereas Jenny is rediscovering her passion for life. The dynamic between the two leads, that being Karen Allen and Jeff Bridges, is the heart of this film. I've always been a fan of Karen Allen, not only from just like Raiders of the Lost Ark and most recently Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but also movies like Ghost in the Machine. She was in Sandlot. She was in the movie Scrooged. She was also in a movie with Jeff Fahey called Backfire, which is a kind of a noir thriller film from the 80s that I've always enjoyed. Haven't seen it in a long time, but she's really good in that, and it's a really twisted film. And I've always enjoyed Jeff Bridges in films. Of course, he was in Iron Man, but also movies like Against All Odds. Of course, Big Lebowski, The Fisher King, with the late, great Robin Williams. The guy's amazing, and I think he brought some terrific range to this role, and I'm so happy that he was nominated and recognized by the Academy for it. I regret not picking this one up sooner, But I'm so glad that Pedro sent this to me, because it's a film that I absolutely love. Can't wait to revisit it. Amazing achievement by everybody involved. I'm surprised that more people weren't nominated from this film, because not only is it fantastically acted, and the score is amazing, story, direction. And if I was going to give Starman a rating on my scale, I would definitely give it 5 skulls. So yeah, that is my review of Starman. Again, Pedro, thank you so much for sending me this this DVD copy of it. Really means a lot. It's a movie that I will revisit. I absolutely was blown away by it. It's fantastic. So glad that I saw it. And I'm curious if anybody else has seen Starman, if any other huge John Carpenter fans have seen this film and what they think of it. So please leave me some thoughts down in the comment section below. Would love to hear from everybody. And as always, thanks so much for dropping by the Horror Zone. I hope everyone's doing well. I promise I'll talk to you again real soon. Take it easy. Stay scared as always.